Hi, my name is Olivia, and today I want to share some tips and tricks on how to plan meals, meal prep for your family. So how do you do this with buying clean ingredients without breaking the bank? How do you do this without getting super overwhelmed, without having to go to the grocery store 400 times in 1 week? And also the biggest, most annoying thing to me is getting on recipe sites and having all the ads and things pop up all the time and you lose your place and it's so annoying. So if any of those things are problems for you, I have a ton of tips and tricks for you. So stick around to the end of this video. So if you are new here, I am pregnant about 25 weeks with my second baby. I already have a toddler who is 18 months old. And so I am super into creating a healthy type of crunchy style, family, whatever lifestyle. And one of the big things is meal prepping. I want to make as much from scratch without driving myself insane. And so I've been working on different methods and trying out new things. And so I'm so excited to share everything that I do that has worked for me and my family. So the first tip would be keep it simple, especially if you're doing this at the beginning. So whenever I started, I really wanted to just make these really crazy, elaborate, great meals from scratch, everything from scratch. And that is so awesome and great, but also super overwhelming. So your meals do not have to be crazy. They could just be steak, vegetable, salad, maybe some beans, something like that. Chicken, vegetables, salad, maybe some pasta salad. I don't know. It's just simple. Start with simple things. Simple ingredients that are one ingredient type of things. You can throw a sweet potato in the oven, not have to think about it. You can throw a baked potato in the oven, not have to think about it. Or some Brussels sprouts, asparagus, carrots, anything like that. That's just super easy. You have your meat. You can have a salad. So simple, so healthy, so good for you. So another tip I have would be to create whatever you make and like over and over. Seems a little bit like you probably wouldn't want to do that because you might get sick of it, but the more you make it, the more it's going to come naturally to you. You're going to memorize the recipe. It's going to be so much easier. And so that one thing that you tried that was new, instead of it being new, it's going to be old and it's going to be so easy to make. And it's going to just you're not going to have to look at the recipe or anything like that. So that will simplify things so much. And also, once you make something new, I think that this would be better if I added maple syrup or if I added apples or a banana, whatever. And you can try that, and you already know what you're doing. Makes things a lot more simple and easy. So the next biggest thing would be to stay organized, which it can be difficult, especially if you have multiple kids or little kids, toddlers, maybe a newborn baby, things like that. So staying organized is going to help so much. So one thing that I do, I have a huge calendar and I write down all of our meals on the calendar so I know everything that we're going to eat throughout the week. Another reason why I love this is because if I am not sure when I made lasagna and my mind just can't think of it because life is busy and crazy and I can't remember if I made it 3 days ago or 5 days ago. I can just look at my calendar and know exactly when, and so I know if it's still good to eat or not. So another thing that will help you stay organized is to print out your recipes or write out your recipes, maybe in a recipe book. So when you do this, the key is to go to the recipe page that has a ton of ads that's super annoying, and you're going to go to the URL, go to the very top, or go to the very front of it, and you're going to type in cooked.wiki/ and then hit enter. So that is going to simplify the recipe. It's going to make all the ads go away. It's just going to make things so much easier, and it's easy to print. It's just a lifesaver. Okay, this is what I do when I go to any recipe page because it is just too much, too annoying, too much happening. Okay, so that is a lifesaver, I am telling you. Another thing I love to do is order my groceries ahead. So yes, I love clean ingredients, non-toxic ingredients, things that are good for my family. And yes, you can buy these types of things at Walmart. it would be so amazing if I just could walk in my backyard and grab all these things, but I live in the city. I do not have a ginormous garden things, whatever. Like, it's just not practical for me to buy everything from our farmer's market. I do buy some things and it's great, but this is just that's not my realistic life right now. So I order things from Walmart because it makes things so much easier. I can easily organize all my recipes, get all the ingredients I need, and I know that I'm not going to have to go to the grocery store 800 more times that week because I have it all perfectly planned out. And yes, sometimes, for example, this week, there are ingredients that I just can't buy from Walmart. So, for example, this week, the new thing that I wanted to try is to make cast iron pizzas. And so for that, I need pepperoni and sausage. And the pepperoni and sausage from Walmart, I just could not bring myself to buy because of some of the ingredients in it. I just can't. I just couldn't do it. And so sometimes I have to just make a run to Sprouts or Whole Foods for those types of things. But for the most part, you can get clean ingredients from Walmart. It's not the very, 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 very best thing ever because, of course, your own garden or a farmer's market or a local farm, those are better. But that is not my reality for all my groceries. So when I order groceries from Walmart, I usually do that either on Sunday or Monday. So I'm starting my week off right. So I already have all the groceries for that week. I don't have to stress about it. Maybe for you, Wednesday's the best day. Whatever day that is, figure out what works and stick to it. So just to recap on how to stay organized before we move on. First, I'm going to think of all the meals that I want for that day. I'm going to write them on my calendar. Write them down. Second, I'm going to get all the recipes that I need, that I still need to look at, that I don't have memorized, and I'm going to print them out. If your printer is broken like mine, sometimes I just have all the links and I send an email to myself. And so then I can just, I can just look at my email, touch the link, and I already have it. So maybe that's easier for you. So get all your recipes in order and either print them or get them on your phone. The third step would be to go order your groceries. I think it's so much easier to order them online and go pick them up, especially when you have kids and you don't have that much time, or they don't want to sit there and look through every single ingredient of everything with you. If they don't have the patience for that, which what kid does, then order the groceries online. And another positive about ordering the groceries online is whenever I do my Walmart order, it shows me what I've already ordered like 5 times or 6 times before, or whatever. So I don't have to continuously look at every single ingredient because I already know brands that I love and I know things I've already bought before because it shows me. So that's also super helpful. So the next tip I have for any busy moms out there like me is to think ahead. Think about your schedule. For example, yesterday I had a midwife appointment, and so I knew whenever I have those, they're an hour away. And so to drive an hour, have an hour appointment, drive an hour home, then to do things around the house, get some work done, do all the things, and then also prepare like a whole meal from scratch, like that did not sound good to me. And I knew that I would be exhausted. And so I just thought ahead and I realized, hey, I already have a lasagna in the freezer. Whenever I make something like a lasagna or maybe enchiladas or things like that, I will make double batch and I will put one in the freezer for the next week. And so I knew I already had that and it did not take any effort to just throw that in the oven. And so that was our meal for that week. So thinking ahead can be really a lifesaver. Another way I think ahead, I guess, would be to order our meat in bulk. So I order our meat from a local farm and I order it once a month and I pick it up once a month, 10 minutes down the road at the local Sprouts parking lot. So if that is something that you have available to you, that can be an awesome thing to have because I never have to like last minute run to the store and go grab a protein for a meal. I always have it in the deep freeze. And so I can just put it in the fridge the night before or set it out the day of, whatever, to just defrost it. And it's so easy. Plus, I love the fact that I'm getting it from somewhere local, somewhere I know that treats the animals right, and I know the farmer, and I just have that personal connection and relationship. I like that so much more than getting my meat from the grocery store. My next tip would be, don't sacrifice yours and your family's health for the price. So I know that prices are high and I am super frugal. I am a super cheap person. I love to make a deal, make a sale. I hate spending money. So one of the things I do to help with the cost, because whenever you're buying clean ingredients, if you have to buy a clean version of enchilada sauce, it's going to be double the price of a normal enchilada sauce. Or if you're going to buy chips that are clean and have good ingredients and good oil, they're going to be double the price of everything else. So first of all, you have to just say, anything that is just trash, it's not even on your radar. The price does not matter. Cheetos, Doritos, the price of those, they don't even take into effect, because we're not buying those anymore. Those are trash. They're not good for our health. They're not good for our family. They're not good for longevity. So that is not even a factor. So take that off the table. So the way that we're saving money at the grocery store, by buying like one ingredient type of things, by making things from scratch and all those kind of things, is we're not buying like the ultra processed foods. We're not buying like the granola bars and the gross cereals with just tons of sugar and glyphosate. We are instead making those things from home, or eating things that are just way more simple, like an apple and peanut butter, or cheese and meat, cheese and crackers, whatever. Like simple things that are very easy to make and eat and buy. Those are the things we're looking for. We are not looking for the animal crackers and the graham crackers and like all the processed like snack type of foods. You don't have to buy those anymore. And so if you were trying to buy like clean granola bars, they're going to be really expensive. You don't have to buy those. They're so easy to make at home. Or you can make protein balls, so easy to make from home. If you want to go to the store and buy like the perfect bars, they're really good and they have clean ingredients, but you can make them from home so much cheaper, and they're so inexpensive. Plus those are things that you can freeze or you can refrigerate and have for a while. So that is how you save money. You don't buy the like crazy expensive clean versions of all the packaged food that you used to buy. Instead, we're going to minimize that and either make them from home, make them from scratch, which is going to be so much cheaper, or you're going to switch your snacks to simple ingredients that are just one ingredient type of things. Blueberries, oranges, bananas, banana and peanut butter, things like that. So my last tip would be to not give up. So this is such an important thing. There's nothing more important than like the food going into your body, like the things that are going in and on our body, that are going in our house. Those are so important for our health and for our family and for our future. And so don't give up on that. I know it can be super overwhelming at the very beginning. I was super overwhelmed and I was just so confused how all these people like knew how to do all these cooking things that I did not know how to do. Like my idea of a good meal, like a healthy meal, would be to go to the store and buy a packaged salad, not organic because that was too expensive. And also there's a million ingredients that you don't even want to think about in those salads. So I would buy that along with like a veggie burger thing, which those ingredients are also horrendous, and I also didn't eat meat at that time, and so like that was my idea of a healthy meal, and that is nowhere near what my picture of health anymore is. But it was just really hard for me to think how these people were making all this food from scratch, plus they had a family, plus they were fit, and plus they had like these influencer type of things where they're filming and had everything perfect, it seemed like, perfect house, whatever. And it just seems so overwhelming, but it's really not if you just take it in stride, take it step by step, simplify things, and just the more you do it, the easier it will be. I promise, because I seriously was so overwhelmed at the beginning, but it just gets easier and easier. So I hope this was helpful to someone out there. I know that I was looking for this video whenever I first started, and I kind of found some but didn't find exactly what I needed. And I've been doing this for the past 2 years, and this has been what works for us in our family. So I hope you can take some of these tips and tricks and apply them to you and your family. And I just appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.